Hi everyone, Tony here using Screencast-O-Matic for my effects assignment. What I'm going to attempt to explain to you is the couple of effects that I found interesting. Uh, the main one being the blur effect. In this scene, which I've paused, you can see the back of my shirt has advertisement from a particular company. And I did not want to disclose that. So I added this blur effect. And at the timeline, all the effects and transitions and whatever have you are listed differently. This effect, this blur, which I'll click on, is 13 and almost 14 seconds long. And the two things right here are the physical blur shape and size, and the menu, the fading in and out of it, the layering of it, and the opacity, which you can tell that I've set it at 48. Anything less than this I found not too good for what I was trying to hide, but I chose 48 all the same. The hard part was the size and the shape of it, because I was moving and I would move out of the blur. So I had to make it larger, and at times I would have to add another blur, depending on how far off I was. But the smaller the blur, you would probably have to edit more in there. So this is what I chose, and I'll hit play again. And we'll move over to another scene that was the front of the shirt, which I tried to cover up. And you'll see the difference, and I'll pause it, and I'll click on it. There's a blur that I left from earlier, which I did not know until right now. And the blur that I had put to cover up the name of the company that was on the shirt. I made it long and short, sort of horizontal, so that my movements would be covered by the blur. But it's a nice, neat tool to use, and I found it rather fascinating. The other effects you can tell on the timeline by clicking on a certain timeline. I'll click on the end here, and that transition is a fade. So if I click on it, it'll tell me what type of transition it is. And if I click on the fade, I can select from many different types of transitions. Anyway, hope you enjoyed my explanation. Y'all have a good night.